Hello and welcome to episode 3. Here's a small recap of last episode. The heroes explored very little, but did unlock quite a bit of information. They now know they are by the sea, but they didn't realize they would have to offer one of their own to unlock this knowledge. Roland fell to the drowned undead. He had been strangled by their death grip. Ajax and Jazz must face the rest of this place on their own, unless perhaps the undead had captured more of the living. Alright, which way are they going to take? Does this way look interesting? Yes. Alright, so they both get a gut instinct telling them to go this way, and they do. Alright, they march through this watery pass slowly and trying not to make too much noise. They encounter nothing, and around the edge, before they enter this wide room, they're both going to listen and use perception. First for Ajax, 17. He hears something. Now for Jazz, she hears the same thing. They are both cautious, and they will not be surprised. Do they hear two different things? Yes. So Ajax hears something not so close. It's in the distance, around this area up here, and Jazz hears something over here. The sound of chains. Up here is just ruckus and moving around. Are they going to investigate what Jazz heard? Yes. Okay. So they're going to emerge from the water. Ajax is going to keep an eye up here as Jazz investigates what she had heard. A whisper emerges from the cell. You there? They both see an older elf. He is chained against the wall. Glad to see someone who isn't rotten. As are we. Have you heard anything else? Perhaps what's above us? In the next part of this room? Some of the undead guards that were watching me went up that way. They didn't come back, though. I found it quite strange. Do you have a key to release me? I can offer you help. Do they trust him? They're not really trusting his words. Ajax is gonna say, if you're that magical, why haven't you broken out yourself? The sage laughs. And disturb my peace? The cell is keeping me safe, and I can't do much. I have little movement in here. Jazz is gonna speak up. How do we know you won't betray us? The sage is wise, and he says, you must trust. We both don't have options. Do they reconsider? No. We can't take those chances right now. Maybe later, perhaps. Very well. I'm not going anywhere. Ajax moves up here to get closer to the noise. Jazz is gonna move over here. She'll whisper, though we don't trust you, doesn't mean we won't protect you. Ajax is slowly moving up here. Does he hear anything else? No. So they must have, whatever was here must have went on further. Or maybe they are planning a sneak attack. Jazz is moving up here, and Ajax is going to come up here. Are they still there? Yes. Ajax sees two fish humanoids shifting through the sand. And it seems they are looting undead and feasting on them as well. One is gorging as the other is entranced by gold. Ajax is glad that they are not undead. These are things he can reason with. Are they hostile? Yes. Rolling initiative. Rolling for Ajax first. 2. I do have to add the willpower as well, so he gets a +0. He's still at 2. Rolling for Jazz. 15 plus +2. So she gets a 17. Rolling for the fish folk closest to Ajax. 6. And now the other one. 18. So the one feasting throws a cleared undead bone across the sands, and he looks at Ajax and, ooh, dessert, he says, and then rushes for him. And he's going to attack. Yeah, he's going to use his spear. 5 plus +1. 6. He doesn't land the attack. Alright, Jazz is next. She's gonna aim for the closest one, pulling back her arrow. It's an 11 plus 3, I believe. Yes, +3. That's a 14. Alright, she hits. Her longbow is 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 1. There's 1. She does 5 damage. It jolts to the side as an arrow plunges into its shoulder. Alright, fish folk 2 coming. This one's gonna throw a net. 7 plus 1, 8. He fails. Alright, Ajax gonna go. He's gonna go after the one who tried to spear him. He should be able to finish this guy off too with a clean hit. 17, he rolls it. 2d6. 4. That's all he needed. Ajax thrusts his longsword in the fish's underbelly and carves up. The fish folk dies. This other one is going to make a morale check. Does it stay in the fight? No. Just surrenders. Friends, it utters. Ajax, we don't trust the elf behind the bars. Why should we trust you as well? I'll let you go free if you give me that treasure you've been hoarding. The fish folk backs away slowly and lowers a little bit to the dwarf, spreading out a handful of gems, gold pieces, and a potion of healing. We're gonna say it had 1d10 of gold. 9 gold pieces. That's good. Ajax nods in agreement, and the fish folk scurries away. They return to the sage. Should he join their party? Yes. It's your lucky day, elf. You better prove yourself worthy. The cell unlocks, and Ajax is going to make a strength save, or a strength throw, to try to remove his chain that's holding him against the wall. It's 11 plus... We'll do athletics, so +3. That's a 14. He yanks the chain from the wall, and the elf still has the metal around his neck, some chain hanging down to his chest. This will do for now, I suppose, until we get back to civilization, maybe. They go silent for a moment as something can be heard in the waters down here. Prepare yourself, Ajax commands. He is going to guard the water entrance right here. These two are going to keep their distance. To Ajax's horror, and now Jazz, they see Roland has been reanimated. He is now one of the dead. Let's roll for initiative again. Rolling for Roland. He gets a 2. I think that's a 2. They look together. Let's re-roll that. 10. Ajax. 5. Our elf shaman gets a 1. He loses his turn. Elf sage, I mean. Now Jazz. 17. It cannot be, Jazz says. She draws back an arrow to fire on her friend. She gets it. Say 3. Plus 1 is 5 damage. Roland is going to use the spell Pulse, and he's going to try to stun Ajax. It's an 8. Ajax avoids his sparking hand, and now Ajax is gonna attack. He doesn't do it. He swings the blade and it catches the sparks of his hand, and he pulls back. We're skipping the sage because he rolled a 1. Jazz is gonna take a new line of sight and draw another arrow. 2, she misses. The arrow soars down, hits the wall, just ricochets right over here. Back to Roland. Is he gonna go after one of these two? No. Okay, so he is going to attack Ajax again. Nope, Ajax is still good. And back to his turn. He's gonna kick Roland away. Let's make a strength roll. 13, he gets it. I'm gonna say he does 1d4 of damage. 1. It's reasonable. Roland gets knocked back 5 feet, taking 1 damage. Now he's gonna throw a javelin. It's 8 plus 3, I think. Plus 2. Oh, he does it though. He needed a 10. A 1d6 plus 1. 3, 4. As he recovers from his kick, he leans back, draws a javelin from his back, and throws it, impaling Roland in the chest. Roland falls for his second time. The sage inspects Roland, and let's ask the oracle. Is he able to take a spell or two from Roland? Yes. The sage is wise, and he learned Roland's techniques just by watching them for that short time. Let's roll 1d4 to see how many spells he picks up. We'll minus it by 1 because Roland has 3. He learns all 3 of them. The elven sage meditates over him for a short time, drawing in this magic aura, and he has learned all of Roland's magic. And that is where we will end. If you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe. I am Moonmage, and I'll catch you in the next one.